Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says there are no winners in a trade war as he announces 25% retaliatory tariffs on the US. Tariffs introduced by the Trump administration on products from Canada and Mexico came into effect late yesterday. Despite Donald Trump claiming the measures will protect US jobs and prevent illegal migration, Mr Trudeau called the decision a very dumb thing to do.
They've chosen to launch a trade war that will, first and foremost, harm American families. They've chosen to sabotage their own agenda that was supposed to usher in a new golden age for the United States. So on that point, let me be crystal clear. There is absolutely no justification or need whatsoever for these tariffs today.
Donald Trump has responded to Mr Trudeau on his social media platform Truth Social, saying, please explain to Governor Trudeau of Canada that when he puts on a retaliatory tariff on the US, our reciprocal tariff will immediately increase by a like amount. Well, joining us now with more analysis is Dr Stewart Prest, political scientist at the University of British Columbia. Stuart, really appreciate you making the time for us. Thanks so much. What goods are going to be impacted here and what sort of reaction have you already seen there in Canada?
Well, some of the reaction has already occurred in the anticipation of a tariff being put in place. So we see some order books drying up for Canadian businesses trying to do business in the United States, and American businesses looking to try to find other customers if now that the Canadian market is less accessible. So some of that was happening even prior to today, but we are now seeing that the tariffs for Canadian goods and services is across the board, even including energy products, although at a lower rate. And so just about everything that Canada sells to the United States, and that's responsible for about a quarter of the Canadian economy, just got 25% more expensive. So it's a massive hit. Canada, in response, is placing tariffs on targeted items. So we're seeing a halt in sales of American liquor from red states, in particular, in government-controlled liquor stores in places like BC and Ontario, and also targeted tariffs on things like orange juice and other goods that come from, again, predominantly red states, to really try to get the attention of legislators in those states to try to have the ear of the president.
It does seem like Donald Trump enjoys goading Justin Trudeau. These two have a tricky relationship, don't they? There's a lot of history there.
Absolutely. We can go back to the first Trump administration. There was a highly anticipated handshake to start the whole thing off, and it was treated something like a boxing match between the two. And so there was this sense of measuring up and not wanting to be seen to back down. And it seems that Mr. Trump has returned with that energy in abundance in his second term. And it is really well framed at times as joking, calling Mr. Trudeau a governor of a state. It is clearly not a joke, because it is unrelenting, and it is now turning into real economic losses. And it is really becoming more and more a point of not just pride, but a national interest in the disrespect that Mr. Trump continues to show to Canada's Prime Minister.
There has been plenty of speculation and rumours swirling around Justin Trudeau's leadership in recent months. Where is that at now? How strong is his position?
Well, he announced that he is stepping aside, and so we are in the middle of a leadership race to replace him within the Liberal Party. The Parliament here has been prorogued to make a space for that to happen. And so our leadership races take a different form, requiring a vote of the party generally here in Canada. And so while that process unfolds, Mr. Trudeau continues to be Prime Minister, continues to speak for the country, but with a definite due date. The leadership race will wrap up on the 9th at the end of this week, and Mr. Trudeau will step aside immediately after that. And so we will have a new leader. It seems like Mr. Mark Carney, the former head of the Bank of Canada, Bank of England, is the leader in the clubhouse at this moment to take over. But for the moment, Mr. Trudeau is still speaking for the country.
Dr. Stewart Prest, really appreciate your analysis. Thanks so much for joining us.
Anytime. Thank you.